What's up YouTube, Capital G here, looking at a couple of new cards from Invasion of Venom, and these cards are definitely interesting. One of them is a little niche. I don't know how much play it'll actually see because it's kind of for one of the underdeveloped types in the game. The other one I think is extremely solid because it covers so much ground. It could definitely be side deck worthy. We'll start there with the trap. It's called Dimension Barrier. It's a normal trap card. It says you can only activate Dimension Barrier once per turn. Its effect is declare one monster card type, one monster card type, Ritual, Fusion, Synchro, Xyz, or Pendulum. For the rest of this turn, neither player can special summon monsters of the declared type. Also, negate the effects of monsters on the field of the declared type. This card, in my opinion, is extremely strong, and I think it's strong for the fact that not only does it negate effects of monsters that are already on the field, so if your opponent has, if they're going to summon one of those monsters or like a normal summon one, and the only one of those that would be able to be normal summon would be like Pendulum, you can just chain and you can actually just call like Pendulum, you can negate the effects. So you can honestly just use this as kind of like a breakthrough skill. If your opponent normal summons, Scroll Acrobat Joker or Magispector Raccoon, you can just chain it and, like the effect says, negate the effects of monsters on the field of the declared type. So your chain or their effect is chain link 1, your effect is chain link 2, yours will resolve first and they get no search. So it's already a breakthrough skill, but I think it's even more important because if you look at Pendulum decks specifically, if they don't get if they don't get that search from something like Joker or Raccoon, and then they can't special summon, they can't Pendulum summon, what are they doing for the turn? They're just not doing anything. And if you're playing like an aggressive deck like Cosmos, or we can even start going down tiers like my Gem Knights or Fluffles or any like fun deck, you can just straight up OTK a Pendulum deck because they don't really run real traps outside of, pretty much like a couple of Solemns. Like maybe they run 4 Solemn cards, and outside of them having to draw the Solemn, which the chances aren't very high of that, or maybe they have some weird setup where they have they open with Luster Pendulum plus like Guiding Aradne. That's even less likely. You know what I mean? A lot of times after that normal summon, they'll just have to die, right? They can set their scales, but that doesn't do anything. In fact, they probably won't even set their scales because they know that they can't Pendulum summon at all. So I look at this card and I'm like, damn, this can destroy a Pendulum deck. If you're playing against something like if you're playing a deck like, PK Fire or something like that, this can obviously stop them. They throw down a couple of Burning Abyss monsters, or they throw down the Torghast, get the Burning Abyss, you flip over, you call Xyz. Now, honestly, in that situation, maybe Flying Sea might be better, but the fact is, you can use this card almost as effectively as Flying Sea, but it saves you a lot more space in your side deck because this is a really good card to use against, like Pendulums as well. I think it's really good if Rituals, like let's say when the Cyber Angels come out, it will be extremely good against Rituals because you chain it to like Machine Angel Ritual, and Ritual decks can't play. They have to activate the spell first, so when they activate a Ritual spell, you just flip it over and call Ritual, and they're pretty much donezo. And the thing about Ritual decks is, outside of instant fusion, the only thing that that Ritual decks have really done, the only thing they really do is summon like Manju and Sanju. So that's another deck where you can pretty much just OTK them because they won't have much of a field. Ritual decks don't play traps. So I look at this card, I'm like, damn, this card's pretty good. Maybe it won't be so relevant against fusions because a lot of your fusion decks like Fluffles and Lunar Lights and My Beloved Gem Knights, they're kind of like a lower tier. They would be, it'd be great if you chain this to like a Gem Knight fusion or a Brilliant Fusion. Once again, Gem Knights probably won't be able to do anything for the turn. So I look at this card and I'm like, to me, it seems like a card that just kind of stalls your opponent's turn. You know what I mean? Unless if you're playing against a deck that actually uses, mainly not the extra deck like Monarchs and, Cosmo, okay, it's really not that solid against them. It would have been crazy if this would have said effect monsters, I'd be like, you can main deck this shit. This shit would essentially replace Breakthrough Skill and it would be amazing. But the card can't be that broken though. Even though it's once per turn, I still look at this as easily very, very good against Pendulums. You play against Performer Pals, you wait for them to summon the Joker, chain it, Joker gets negated, they don't get a search, they can't Pendulum, just go ahead and kill them the next, just kill them when it's your turn. Alright, second card we're going to talk about is Dp-Ygo. This is a level 2 Earth Rock monster. Again, we're getting a lot of rock support between it's pretty much going to be starting in the Dark Illusion because we're getting the Tremids in that set. 500 attack, 500 defense. You can only use the effect of Doki Doki once per turn. You can discard one rock monster, special summon one rock monster from the deck with the same attributes and level as the discarded monster in attack position or face down defense position. Okay, so here I got a couple of notable cards. The fact that you have to get the same attribute to me is like not even relevant, because like almost most rocks in the game are earth, so you know what I mean. Like I looked up every single like rock effect monster. I don't think that this includes pendulums, but like most of them are just earth. There's some, you know, gem knights in there. There's the Tremids, that's kind of like an archetype. There's Chronomaly as well. I got some of like the notable ones. One of the big things that I noticed is this can special summon Fossil Dyna. So like if you're running level 4s, you're in really good shape, because you can discard a Quick and Muru. You can get like Fossil Dyna straight from your deck onto the board, which is really fucking good. This works really good with the Quicker Mirrors. You can summon those guys from the deck as well, and then you can actually set the monster face down. So, you know, discard a Pot of Taboos, set a Pot of Taboos. I mean, it's not going to be as broken as it is in like Sibia's, where you can like reuse Pot of Taboos every single turn, but it is a way of being able to summon it. Same thing kind of goes with Guardian Sphinx. I don't think Guardian Sphinx is nearly as good as like it was, you know, 15 years ago. I don't even know if I'd waste my time with Guardian Sphinx. If you're going to go without route, if you're going to go that route and be setting monsters, just go for Pot of Taboos. It's like infinitely better. You know what I mean? Having 4 amazing effects is like way better. But this is more of a niche card. Again, it's kind of just supposed to be like, I guess, Konami's supporting, you know, like the rock type, because it was kind of forgotten, and at least now they're supporting it. This card is, I would say, good. I think that it's mainly going to be used with like level 4 Earth rocks, because I think that's pretty much the best level and attribute that you're going to get. Being able to summon Fossil Dyna out of the deck, pretty legitimate. But this is the card that I mainly want to get some input on, guys. What do you guys think of Dimension Barrier? I think this card is extremely good. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching as always. And one more thing that I wanted to add, I didn't realize that the wiki page for Dimension Barrier is already up. I just wanted to show you guys what the artwork of the card looks like, and I think it looks really cool. But what I didn't realize is the lore between YGOpro, Freed, and Marauding Captain is still apparently going on. I thought that it was already done. If you haven't kept up with the lore throughout the years, there's just so much shit that goes on. Like YGOpro and Marauding Captain are actually friends. Freed and YGOpro do not like each other. They have tried to kill each other on multiple occasions. You see them right here, basically looking like they want to fucking kill each other. If you look at Chaos Evacuation Device, that's another example. It's just like there's literally so many cards with these 3 characters on them, and like all the stuff, especially all the stuff that YGOpro goes through. So apparently the storyline between these 3 guys is not done yet, which is, I just found to be kind of interesting. Eventually I'll do a video on it, but I gotta try and figure out when the hell they're gonna end it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching.